The 95-year-old queen has made it clear who will rule the country after her. She has already started the process of stepping down from the position. After all, the monarch's health doesn't allow her to participate in a lot of events. The heir to the throne, who has been patiently waiting in the wings all his life, has already begun preparing for his coronation. Although it will happen within a year after the death of his reigning mother, the ceremony should set the tone for his entire reign. Therefore, Charles plays an active part in its planning. Despite the fact that the Queen's eldest son is first in line to the throne, he is not the most popular member of the royal family in the country, and his failed marriage to the nation's favorite Diana clearly shows that. This is the duty of a royalty, to marry someone who matches them in status and gets approved by the Queen. This was the fate of Prince Charles, who fell head over heels in love with Camilla, but was forced to marry another. In the public's eyes, he remained an expressionless offspring of Elizabeth II. However, after an intimate correspondence with his mistress was leaked to the press, it only added fuel to the fire. Despite all the efforts of the PR team, who vividly described all his charitable and social activities and care for nature, Charles remained the indirect culprit in Lady Diana's death in the eyes of the British. But the prince proved himself a rebel by marrying his old lover against his mother's will. It is known that the Queen never attended her son's wedding. For many years, the relationship between Elizabeth and Camilla was strained. The monarch has warmed up to her in recent years, seeing how her son's wife is trying to match her husband's status. But in the eyes of ordinary people, the Duchess of Cornwall will forever remain a homewrecker. Recently, Camilla was granted the title of Queen Consort, which gives her the right to be crowned together with the prince. However, she will not have any political power. To win the hearts of the country's citizens, the Queen's eldest son had to get rid of the image of a spoiled prince who loves luxury. In addition, the people don't approve of the direct pressure of monarchs on politicians, and Charles allowed himself more than once to harshly dictate his terms. The Queen herself has indicated her opinion about the future heir to the throne only recently. It is known that she was going to put Charles's eldest son, Prince William, on the throne because he was much more popular than his father. Elizabeth's coronation ceremony was quite pompous and extravagant. Charles wanted to get rid of some traditions. The prince's main goal was to indicate his intentions for the future. Therefore, he decided to make the event modern, significantly reduce the cost, and shorten it. After all, the country and the whole world as a whole has changed a lot since Elizabeth's coronation, and Charles will thus show that he cares more about his duties than the big celebration. The operation, codenamed Golden Sphere, has undergone significant changes, despite the fact that it was developed many years ago. And first of all, expenses were significantly reduced, and the number of guests was also reduced. Not even all of the royal family's relatives will be invited. Those close to the crown family don't discount the fact that only Charles, Camilla, and Prince William with his family will be present on Buckingham Palace's balcony. It is possible that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will also miss the ceremony because they haven't supported the Queen's choice. It's possible that Charles won't want to see his younger son next to him, and even more so his wife. Besides, the heir to the throne decided to abandon the excessive number of diamonds on the ceremonial uniform and replace the crown with a more modest one. Citing the fact that they wanted to cut costs and Charles's middle age, it was decided to crown Charles together with Camilla. Among other things, it is rather nice to live through such an event side by side with your spouse. Do you think the Queen made the right choice? If you like the video, leave a like and also subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss anything interesting.